Hello friends, welcome to Total Recaps. Today we are going to explain a movie named Golian Ki Raz Leela Ram Leela, released in 2013. So sit with popcorn and enjoy this interesting Bollywood romantic drama film. In the beginning of the movie, we are shown the fictional village of Ranchhar in Gujarat, which is notorious for the sale of arms and ammunition. Here we come to know that the two clans of Sanara and Rajatis have enmity with each other for the last 500 years. Here we get to see Bhavani, a man of the Sanara gang, points a gun at a small child, who happens to be the son of Meghjibai, the head of the Rajati gang, over a small matter. Then a man comes there and tells Meghjibai that Bhavani has fired at his son Goli. Enraged, Meghjibai takes his entire gang to fight with Bhavani, where we see a fierce fight between the two clans and Meghjibai is almost about to kill Bhavani, but only then Ramkar saves her. Next we are shown a scene of a meeting of the Rajatis in which Meghjibai complains to his father Raghubai about Ram and tells that he would have killed Bhavani if Ram had not saved his life. This is where we come to know that Ram is the younger brother of Meghjibai. He runs dirty video parlor and does business of stolen vehicles, and scene cuts here. In the next scene, we are shown Dankorba, the head of the Sanara clan, and his brother's son Bhavani and Police Inspector Vanka, in which Vanka talks to Dankorba about a murder case. Then Dankar says that whatever matter is, it is according to itself. Take a look. We are then shown Dankorba and his son Kanji, where Dankorba talks to Kanji about his daughter Leela's marriage. In the next scene, we are shown Ram and his friends watching nude movies in a dirty video parlor, when Ram and his friends make a plan to go to Sanara Haveli to play Holi with their enemy Sanara girls. Taking advantage of the color of Holi, Ram and his friends enter Sanara Haveli, where Ram meets Leela, the daughter of Dankorba. Ram and Leela fall in love at first sight. On the other hand, on the day of Holi, we see that Kanjibai takes a boy named Krishna to Dankorba for Leela's marriage, who happens to be an ornithologist. When Krishna asks Dankorba about his family business, Dankorba tells he is horrified to hear that his family business is murder, killing and smuggling. Here we learn that Dankorba needs a matchmaker for his daughter Leela. Then Dankorba meets his daughter Leela with Krishna Bai and tells that he is from London and is an archaeologist. Ram, standing behind him, is watching all this. Only then he comes to know that Leela is the daughter of the enemy. But ignoring this, Ram plays Holi with Leela. Bhavani and Kanjibai see Ram and Leela playing Holi together, but taking advantage of Holi, Ram and his friends run away. The next scene shows Kanjibai and Police Inspector Vanka, where Kanjibai is angry with Ram and his friends coming to Sanara Haveli, so he takes revenge by bribing Police Inspector Vanka for a fake raid of weapons at Rajati's house. On the other hand, we see that Ram, madly in love with Leela, goes straight to Leela's room through the back passage in Sanara Haveli with the help of his friends to meet Leela, where they both have a lot of fun, and their Ram proposes Leela for marriage and gives her his mobile number. Then her sister-in-law knocks on the door of the room from outside and says that Dankorba is calling Leela to meet her. After that, Leela then banishes Ram from the back house. In the next scene, we see that Leela calls Ram and Ram asks her to come to the Rajati clan, and Leela agrees to come. Then we see that Leela comes to Rajati clan to meet Ram, where Ram and Leela have a lot of fun inside the gun bullet shop with shutters closed. Here Leela also expresses her love and tells that she likes Ram. But when Leela comes outside the shop, she finds Krishna Bai outside, who is taking photos of the people there. She scolds Krishna Bai, but at that time Krishna Bai takes some photos of Leela. In the next scene, we see Police Inspector Vanka along with some of his police officers enters the Rajati clan and searches the entire clan to raid illegal fake weapons. Where Police Inspector Vanka gets a large amount of illegal arms and ammunition, Meghjibai bribes the police inspector with money and talks about cracking the case, but Police Inspector Vanka refuses for this. Only then on the rooftop, Ram, watching all this from the side, calls Police Inspector Vanka to him and convinces Police Inspector Vanka by bribing him with Dirty Movies album, while on the other hand Bhavani and Kanjibai are shown, where Bhavani is telling Kanjibai how the police inspector also took money from them and did not even raid the weapons of the Rajati clan. After which all the Rajati are celebrating together. In the next scene, we see Dankorba, Krishna Bai, Leela, Kanjibai sitting at the dining table in the Sanara Haveli having dinner. While eating food, Dankorba is looking at the photo taken by Krishna Bai in her laptop. Among those photos is the photo of Leela that Krishna Bai had in the Rajati clan. She tells about this to Kunji Bai and asks Leela what she was doing in Rajwati clan. Then Leela puts all the blame on Krishna Bai and says that he was saying that he had to see the gun market, that's why she took him to Rajati area. Just then Dankorba suspects that something is amiss, so she orders Leela's wedding preparations to be done as soon as possible. Then in the next scene we see that Ram comes to meet Leela from the back side of the Haveli, where Leela tells Ram that Dankorba is suspicious of their love story, so she wants to get married as soon as possible. So Ram tells Leela, says that tomorrow night at 8 p.m. he will take her away and marry her. In the next scene, we see that Ram, Megji Bai, and the people of Rati clan are partying in a gathering of alcohol. Just then, Kunji Bai of the Sanara clan passes in front of them, seeing whom Megji Bai teases him. Then there is a heated argument between the two. This heated argument turns into a competition to break a glass bottle placed on the head with a gunshot. But while playing a game, a bullet from Kunji Bai's gun hits Megji Bai in the chest, and the same Megji Bai also dies. Getting angry, Ram also fires at Kunji Bai and Kunji Bai also dies there. In the next scene, we see that Ram goes to Sanita Haveli to meet Leela, where Leela is very angry with Ram because he killed her brother. She tells Ram that she had only one brother whom you killed. Then Ram tells him that he also had only one brother, he too has been killed. And Ram tells her that if you were in my place, you would have done the same. Ram apologizes to Leela and convinces her. Then Leela's sister-in-law, i.e. Kunji Bai's wife, comes there and says to Leela that I have lost my love, but your love is with you. You run away and marry Ram. In the next scene, we see that both Ram and Leela run away and go to a Jagatrana village. And both stay there in a guest house. Just then we see that Ram leaves Leela at the guest house and goes to the market to have breakfast, but he gets angry seeing Leela in the market, as Leela had also gone there to buy things for Ram's marriage. He tells Leela that the people of Dankorba are looking for her. She should not have come to the market like this. Then coming to the guest house, Ram and Leela get married in a simple way. Then Ram's friends search for him and reach his guest house, where they coax Ram and take him to drink liquor with them. On the other hand, Leela sleeps alone in the guest house while waiting for Ram. In the next scene, we see that the next morning in the guest house, in front of Leela, there is Bhavani of the Sanara clan, who is dragging Leela through the village, when Leela calls out loudly for Ram. After waking up from a drunken stupor, he hears Leela's voice and realizes that his friends have cheated him. From his mobile he has sent his address to Police Inspector Vanka. And he congratulates Ram on what a wonderful revenge he has taken for Megji Bai's death by throwing the honor of Sanara's house in the market. In the next scene, we see that Ram's friend tells Raghu Bai, the Don of Rajati clan, that he has given Leela's address to Police Inspector Vanka through Ram's mobile, so that Leela feels that Ram has cheated her. On the other hand, we see Leela, where it has been 3 days since she has eaten food. Her sister-in-law has brought food for her, but she is continuously trying to call Ram. Then his sister-in-law tells Leela that Ram has cheated her. He has avenged his brother's death. He has defamed you in the entire Ranchhar district. It was he who had sent the address to Inspector Vanka. Kaser Bobby says that she made a big mistake by sending you with Ram. Kaser Bobby tries to convince Leela a lot, but she doesn't listen. On the other hand, that Ram's friends take him to the Rajati clan with a celebration, where Raghu Bai, in revenge for insulting the Sanara clan, makes Ram the new Don of the clan. In the next scene, we are shown Dankorba talking to Krishna Bai's parents about Krishna and Leela's marriage, where we learn that Krishna Bai's parents are also scared of Dankorba. Leela flatly refuses Dankorba for marriage. She says that she is wearing Ram's wedding ring on her finger. When she won't open it, Dan gets angry with Korba Leela and cuts off her finger. When Ram comes to know about this, Ram also cuts off a finger of his hand. In the next scene, we are shown that the preparations for the marriage of Leela and Krishna are going on in Sanara Haveli, when Razila Bobby goes to Leela with jewelry and asks her to get ready. Then Leela tells her sister-in-law that she wants to meet Ram. For this, she tells Razila Bobby to go to Ram in Rajati clan. In the next scene, we are shown Razila Bobby visiting the Rajati clan at night to meet Ram. There Ram's friends are watching nude movies in the dirty video parlor. She goes there and asks about Ram, Only then Ram's friends say that she cannot meet Ram because Ram has become their new Don. And those people start coercing Rashala Bobby. Then a friend of Ram comes and saves Rashala Bobby, and Rashala Bobby runs away. She goes back home and tells Leela all the truth about what happened to her over there, which is overheard by Dankorba standing behind. And in the next scene, we see that Dankorba gets goons to follow Kaze Bobby to avenge the misbehavior with Rashala Bobby, while Kaze Bobby hides in the water to save her honor from the goons. She gets scared because of this act of Sanara's goons. When Ram comes to know about this, Ram gets very angry and goes straight to Sanita Haveli to meet Dankorba. Going there, he tells Dankorba that now is not the time to fight with guns. Now we have to sit and talk among ourselves. Ram tells Dankorba that we respect women a lot. If you have any doubt, try to establish a relationship with us. Saying this, he leaves Ram. In the next scene, we see Dankorba calling Ram and inviting him to marry Leela and attend the Navratri Aarti. When Ram reaches Sanara Haveli, we learn that Dankorba had planned to kill Ram, but Bhavani cleverly shoots Dankar instead of Ram, so that all suspicion of Dankar's murder goes away from Ram, but Dankar's luck is good. She survives. Only then do we learn that Bhavani wants to become the leader of the Sanara clan, so he shot Dankar. But at the behest of Rashala Bobby, Leela is made the new Don of Sanara. In the next scene, we are shown that Rajati is also worried as to who shot Dankorba. Just then a man advises Raghubai that a meeting has been fixed for reconciliation at Dankorba's place under the leadership of the Sarpanch, in which Ram gets ready to go. Next scene, we are shown of Sanara Haveli, in which Sarpanch G tells that due to 500 years old war between Sanara and Rajati, the whole business has collapsed. Sarpanch G explains to Ram and Leela that both of them can reconcile. Then there is a debate in Ram Leela, and both together divide the business of tobacco and weapons and decide that after today no Sanita will have anything to do with any Rajati. No more fighting. In the next scene, we see Leela and Dankar talking in the back. Just then, Bhavani takes some papers and gets Leela to sign them. On the other hand, we see Ram with his father Raghubai, where he is telling everyone that this time on Dussehra, Raven of Ranchhar district will be burnt by the people of Rajati tribe. In the next scene, we are shown Bhavani telling his friends at the Dussehra ground that he has cleverly got Leela to sign orders to fire on the people of the Rajati clan, and tells that on this Dussehra he will kill all the Rati people. On the other hand, Ram is celebrating to burn Raven of Ranchhar on Dussehra, when Bhavani starts slaughtering Rajati people with his goons and starts killing all the Rajatis by selecting them. When Ram comes to know about this, he goes to meet Leela and asks her why she ordered to shoot Rati. Then he learns that Bhavani has done all this. Now Ram and Leela decide that they will end up killing each other so that the enmity between Sanara and Rajati ends forever. On the other hand, Kaze Bobby reaches Dankorba in Sanita Haveli with her son Goli and tells him that this is the last seed left of their dynasty and he should shoot him to death as well. Dankorba has a change of heart on seeing the child, but just then Bhavani comes there and tries to shoot Kaze Bobby's son. But Dankorba shoots Bhavani dead and arranges for Ram and Leela's marriage to end Sanara and Rajati's enmity. On the other hand, unaware of this, Ram and Leela have killed themselves by shooting each other. Now we get to see that there is peace in Ranchhar district and the enmity between Sanara and Rajati has also come to an end. Now everyone together takes out the last journey of Ram and Leela, and the film ends here.